Hey, it's Mike here. In this video, I want to show you how to create an inspirational background. And by that I mean a background similar to this, but that has a quote by a famous person or some motivational quote. I mean, it's the beginning of the year. This is a great time to have a few quotes on the screen that appear every 30 minutes or 1 hour that just give you that extra bit of motivation. So the first thing you need to do is you need to find out what the resolution is of your monitor. So in Windows 10 or 11, what you can do is you can go to the search bar and just type in resolution, and it'll show display settings. And in display settings, you go to display resolution, and there it is, 1920 by 1600. So you want to make a note of that. Another way to get that display, if you don't use the word resolution, is just right click on the desktop and select display settings, and the same window will appear. Now, if you're on a Macintosh, what you can do is visit this website called How to Geek, how to find your Mac screen resolution, and I'll put the link in the description. But basically what they're saying is you click on the little Apple icon in the top left corner and then about this Mac, you click on display, and it'll show you an image of your monitor, and it'll tell you the resolution and what inch it is. If you've got an ultra wide, it's very similar. You'll just see the size and the large number for the resolution. So once you've noted that down, you can go to a website called Canva. Now, Canva is a brilliant website for creating anything to do with an image or a photo or a video, or I mean, the sky's the limit. You can do docs and whiteboards and presentations. And the thing that I want you to focus on is this little icon here that says custom size. So you click on that, and you would then go ahead and type in the width and the height. So mine was 1920 by 1600, and it's a PX. Now there's this little icon here that says lock the aspect ratio. That just means if you revisit this, so let's say I just quit this and I come back into it, it'll remember the width and the height, which is kind of useful if you're going to be doing this a lot. So I'm going to create a new design, and what it does is it creates the perfect canvas. It's the size of your monitor exactly. So now what you do is you go to elements, and you can either type in some search elements, or you can pick something from any one of the options that you see on the screen. You can scroll through, there's shapes, there's graphics, there's photos, videos. Photos are going to work best for this example, but I'm going to use my recently used because I've got some things in here that I want to use. So let's say I want to choose an image, and I'm going to choose this lady walking the tightrope between these two waterfalls. So at the moment, you can see there's a lot of white space on the screen. So all you do is you right click and you say set image as background. And then you can double click on it and you can center it and reposition the image so that it's right. And then when you're done, you just let go. Then I want to add a text box because remember I said I want to put some inspirational text on the screen. So you can come down here to this little sunburst or starburst and click on it. And then you want to select text. And it puts a little paragraph box on the screen. And I'm just going to move it down to the middle here. And now what you can do is you can go to Google and find a quote. So search for a particular quote, or better still, you can use one of these chatbots. So for example, I'm using Gemini Advanced. You can use ChatGPT or Perplexity, or there's a whole bunch of them out there. Copilot in Windows has its own built-in little chatbot, but it is absolutely endless. Even in Canva themselves, it's got its own little chatbot thing here. Unfortunately, I'm using Canva on a freemium basis, so I don't really have the option to use the chatbot, but I'm using ChatGPT. And all I'm going to say in here is give me three inspirational quotes for risk taking. And watch what it does. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. I don't want that one. The only way to do a great work is to love what you do. If you don't find, no, that's not ideal either. Give me 5 more. It's just going to list 5 more of them. Okay, I like this one. Take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you'll be wise. So true. So now I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to go to my design, select this text box, and paste in that text. And then I'm going to size it up. So I'm just going to move it to the middle here. That's fine. Now you see these purple boxes there's like a purple box that's appeared around the whole image. That's just telling you that this is the safest area whenever you put text. I'm going to change the font to this Gaglin because it looks better. And I'm going to make that text white. It'll just stand out better. There we go. Perfect. So that's my first image. And I want a slideshow to be happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another page, and then I'm going to, well, there's one here. I don't even need to do writing. It just says get stronger. So that's maybe you're doing some exercise, or I don't know, get stronger in the mind. So I'm going to set that as the background, and let's create another one. Um, so again, you don't need to use recently used. You can use anything you like. If you wanted I don't know, a nature scene with birds. Okay, let's see what it gives me. And I'll go into photos because that's the best thing. Now, you can't select anything if you're using the freemium. You can't select any of these crown images because that's part of the pro version. But look here, here's one. I like this one. This one looks very cool. So I'm going to right click, set image as background, and then I'm going to go to Gemini and I'm just going to say, give me 10 inspirational quotes to do with freedom, because that bird looks pretty free to me. Freedom is the oxygen of the soul. That's pretty short. Freedom is not something that anybody can be given. Freedom is something you can take, and people are as free as they want to be. It's kind of nice, but look, it doesn't matter which quote I use because the purpose of this video is just to show you how to do this. So I'm going to copy something here. I'm going to go into text this time, and I'm just going to say add a text box. Now I can go ahead and choose any one of these text options here that doesn't have a little crown next to it, and that would work as well, like this golden hour. And I kind of like the golden hour. I'm going to select it all and paste in my words. And then I'm just going to size this because it's quite big at the moment. So I'm going to size it down. And then I'm just going to make sure I can see it. Get rid of that text box. Put this up here at the top. It's not quite the right color. I'm going to change the color to black. I mean, look, that's okay, eh? And then finally, so I'm happy with the 3 images that I've got now. So at the top here, it says your paragraph text. Now, this little area is basically, if you had one image, whatever you write in that little space becomes the title of that one image. If you've got multiple images, that little title becomes the zip file name or the folder that it'll create when you extract the zip file. And I say zip file because once we download these 3 images, it'll be put into a zip file. So I'm just going to put here 1920 by 1600. That's the folder. And then you want to name each of these pages, because you can, if you don't name them, they'll just be called 1, 2, and 3, but you won't know what 1, 2, and 3 are. So I'm just going to say, yeah, tightrope, and on this one it's the stronger one, stronger, and on this one it is the bird or freedom. Okay, and now I'm done. And now all we do is we click on share, download. They are downloaded as PNGs. We leave them as they are. They're 3 files, and we're going to download. And now you see it's busy downloading each of these images, and once it's downloaded, it's going to be into a zip. And it says it's complete. So now I go to the download section on my PC, and there's the folder, 1920 by 1600. Now all I do is I click on it, and I'm going to extract those 3 files into my download folder and extract. And you'll see now those 3 files, freedom, stronger, there they are, perfect. So now what you do, final step, is you right click on your desktop, personalize, and I'm just going to scroll down. I'm going to go background. I'm creating a slideshow, so it's already slideshows there, which is fine. I'm going to browse, and I'm going to point it to that folder, 1920 by 1600, or whatever folder that you would choose. And then I'm going to change this picture every 1 minute. I mean, you can choose any one of these 10, 30, 6 hours, 1 day. It's up to you. But for the purpose of this video, it's going to be 1 minute. And then I don't need to worry about choose a fit for your desktop image, because I know already that this image that I've chosen is the perfect size because it matches the resolution of my desktop or my monitor. So I just leave it as full. Don't need to do it. And you can see the picture is perfect. There's no pixelation, there's no um, stretching or anything like that. It's just great. And there's your image with your quote, and after a minute or so it's going to change to the one of those 3 that I created with the new quote. There we go. Get stronger. But it's perfect, and that's the point. I'm not entirely sure how you set a background in an Apple Macintosh, but again, you can just search that online, and I'm sure people who have Macs know how to do it. But the point of the video was to create the inspirational background, and that's how you do it. If you like what you see here, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps me with the content that I'm going to be creating, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.